What's going on, everyone? Gilman with Wellthy Stocks back with another Tesla update video where we'll take a look at how Tesla stock traded today, some key support and resistance levels that we are looking at moving into the future, and based on that, what we think Tesla stock can do. So real quick, if you enjoy videos like this, hit that like button down below, subscribe to my channel. I do videos like this on a daily basis, and I would really appreciate you guys doing that for me. So wasting no more time, let me hit record. We will get right into it. So as we could see, another pretty calm day for Tesla. It's up $2.30, which is 0.5 or 0.35% rather. Compare that to the NASDAQ, which was down 0.38%, the Dow, which was down 54 points, 0.18%, and the S&P, which was down 0.9%. So all the indexes a little bit in the red today. Not anything too crazy, right? But compared to that, Tesla was green, which is definitely a good sign. Again, another day where Tesla only is up $2. You know, as I've talked, since the S&P inclusion, we've seen Tesla's sort of trading ways change. It's not a stock that runs up a ton, runs down a ton. So far, it's been pretty stable, which is kind of what we were expecting after a move into the S&P 500. So let's take a look at Tesla, how it traded today, and then let's try to see if we can identify future levels of support and resistance. Excuse me. So let's take a look at where we closed yesterday. So we saw a little bit of a sell-off into the close. We were kind of in the 663s, and pre-market, it didn't look too bad, right? We were opening kind of low 660s. What we saw was a push down. So if you guys watched my video yesterday, you knew exactly the levels we were looking at. One of them was this 658 level to see if we bounce from it, right? That should act as a good support level for us. It did, and then we pushed up, and then we came right back down. Then it acted as acted as a level of support one more time. Then we pushed up to 669. Again, that 670 level, if we go back to, let's go back to the hourly chart. If we scroll out, what we'll see is the 670 level has been a very challenging one for Tesla to kind of stay above, right? We stayed above it that day of inclusion. And then if I draw another line here, we were there pre-market, but we always seem to come back down. So that 670 level is acting as a pretty solid level of resistance. But if we go back, so what happened after that is we saw a pretty decent sell-off from 669 to 655, a $14 move where it broke through VWAP, it broke through our level. But as we see, you know, as soon as it broke through that level, it came right back up and then kind of found support there, pushed up. Then it was bouncing around VWAP, came back, kind of tested this level again. And then tested it one more time here, right? Broke below it kind of, but it maintained it. And then it came up, and then it was above VWAP test, pushed up 665.99 was our close for today. So two things that I really like seeing in Tesla stock today, other than this, you know, pretty nasty looking sell-off. It looked like it could have gotten a lot worse. Bounced off VWAP here, bounced off VWAP there, and then it really validated this level of support at 658. Now I realize it broke below it, right? But I'm looking at that as more of a pivot level. I don't need it to go right at 658 and turn, as long as it is a level of attraction, which you could see bounce, and, you know, broke below, but quickly came to it, almost bounced, and then kind of bounced. That's more of what I look for, right? I don't necessarily think that you can get a perfect bounce. In this case, we did a couple times, right? But the fact that we have this level that we could look at, if the stock is heading down, we go, okay, well, 658 is the next level that I'm watching out for. See what happens there. If it keeps falling through, look, if this kept going in either the same direction as it was going, or if we stayed under it, right, and then acted as a level of resistance, that to me is relative weakness for the day. Then this level becomes a level of resistance, a level that we're going to struggle to get over. So let's take a look at the daily chart and let's take a look at what we see. I know you guys know that if you've watched me for a while, you know kind of what I'm watching here. But what we'll see is, you know, we've got a couple levels here, right? So we've got, actually maybe the hourly chart will be more indicative of what we're trying to see. So right now we're trading in between two levels that we have drawn. On the upper hand, we've got 678, which I think will be our level of resistance. As you can see though, 670 has also been a level of resistance. So actually, I'm gonna go ahead and draw a line. I know we're drawing a lot of lines, but hey, if it helps us out, why not? So I'm gonna draw a line right there. As we can see, we got rejected there. When we broke below, we tried to push above, we got rejected. So first and foremost, look, we're at 665 right now. If we push up, I'm watching that 670 break. That to me isn't a hardcore resistance, but we have gotten rejected a couple times, so maybe it's a matter of consolidation before moving up. And then I'm watching that 678 level. So 670 if we move up, then 678. Then I'm watching the 681 we set back yesterday, right? 681 that we were briefly at, and then 695. So those are kind of the 4 levels I'm watching on the upside. 670, 678, 681, and then 695 if we start to move up. If we, however, see a little bit of a red day, a little bit of a sell-off, then I am watching a couple levels down below, that 658 level that we validated today, and then 641 that we've also validated. And then from an EMA perspective, right, we've got the 8 EMA coming in right at 654.66, which if you take a look at the low for today, it was 655, right? So we got a perfect bounce off of the 8 EMA. Remember we talked about that level that we validated a couple times. Well, that one time that we broke below it, we found the 8 EMA as support. So I'm watching that 658 level on the downside. Then I'm watching the 654 8 EMA, 654.66. Then I'm watching the 641 level. That's what I think, you know, are levels to watch out for. And then to add to that, if you care, another thing that I'm watching is that the 50 and even the 20-day moving average, we're nicely above it. So on the 4-hour chart, those come in at 654 and 649. I think those will also be good levels of support should we decide to visit those levels. So 658, 55, or 658, then we've got the EMA, the 8 EMA, then we've got the 654, 649, and then 641. The levels that we have here, we've had for a while, and we keep adding because they get validated and we get new pieces of information that we can then throw onto the chart. So that's all I had for you guys. Hope you guys enjoyed. I really like the way Tesla traded today. It's looking pretty nice. It's not breaking down like a lot of people expected it to, you know, and it's trading pretty nicely. There's enough of a movement in the day for people to take advantage of, you know, certain levels. Like if you knew that this could be a rejection level like we do now, then, you know, we can play that accordingly. If you saw it turn around there, well, you know that it has a decent way to go before it could potentially turn around, right? So enough movement that it, you know, people can take advantage of this, but at the same time, a relatively stable stock as it's only really close to close moved $2.30. Let me know down in the comment section how you guys are trading Tesla, and I'd love to chat with you guys down there. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Let's remember to be a bit better every single day, and until next time.